I'm here with Craige Roeschlein in his J-3 Kitten ultralight airplane, and he flies it out of this landing strip here south of Onamia. At whose farm is this?
This is Eileen Spoderski's farm.
Yeah, and it's she used to.
She and her husband used to have airplanes. They built this hangar while they farmed this. They had several different types of aircraft. Two-seaters mostly, Champs. I can't think of the other name of the airplane. Taylorcraft. But anyway, they flew out of this hangar for a long time. Well, then John passed away, and they kind of just used the hangar for storage. They had a few people rent once in a while to keep an airplane in it. And when I got ready to buy my airplane, I asked if I could rent it, and she was more than happy to let me do that. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. And this is, show us how you operate this thing. Okay,
well, here we have, in the center is our tachometer. Gives us our RPMs for our engine. We have exhaust gas temperatures over here and cylinder head temperatures over here for the engine. An hour meter. This is our altimeter. Set that for the altitude that we want to be when we're on the ground. Get it set to 0, and then we can figure out how many feet we are above the ground and whatever. And over here is my airspeed indicator. Very basic. It's a stick and rudder. And push the tail wheel. The tail wheel does steer.
Push those rudders again.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and by pulling this, it runs the elevator in the back.
Okay.
The stick.
Yeah.
And then side to side runs the ailerons out on the wing.
Okay.
So that you can turn.
Yeah.
Very basic. This little switch right here is a strobe light switch. Run a strobe light up on the top. It's just basically for visibility and safety of other aircraft seeing me in the air and letting them know where I'm at.
Yeah.
My fuel gauge is that little pin that's sticking up out of the gas cap.
Okay.
It's got 4 increments on the wire. And when that wire gets down to where it's almost on the gas cap, I better be finding a place to get fuel.
Yeah. All right. And you can fly for how long about?
I can fly for, well, safely for about 45-50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I've got enough fuel to circle around a few times and get down and pick up some more fuel.
Yeah.
It burns car gas. And which is pretty economical. And then not having to have all the FAA regulations, I can fly and enjoy it, and it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
It's not real costly.
Yeah. So you were saying you always wanted to fly?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I loved airplanes. I had model airplanes, and I always wanted to fly, but as I got a little bit older, I found that it was expensive, and I didn't have the opportunity to do it. Actually passed up an opportunity in the Air Force. And my roommate was kind of against it for a while. But now she's turned around a 180, and she's probably my biggest supporter.
And what's her name?
Her name is Nancy. I call her my roommate. That's an affectionate term for my wife.
All right.
We've been roommates for 36 years.
Yeah.
And it's been a good ride.
And one of these days you'll get a 2-seater and be able to take her up. Is that the plan?
Yep. And we can rent an airplane and I can take her up, but at this point we haven't done that. But we will. I think probably come spring she'll be ready for another ride. We've flown together before.
Yeah.
And she was nervous at first, but she learned to enjoy it, and I think that she really would love it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she's the one that said someday we need to get a 2-seater.
Yeah. Nice. That's Craige Roeschlein from lives south of Onamia here in his J-3 Kitten. And Craig's able to walk that thing in and out of this hangar here. It weighs how much?
About 250 pounds.
Yep. Which makes it an ultralight, you were saying.
Correct.
Yep. And you have what kind of pilot's license to fly this?
I have a sport pilot license. To fly an ultralight, you actually don't need a license. But I would recommend, if you're going to fly at all, take some lessons, because there's a lot to be learned.
Yeah. Great. Thanks.